Now, when we spoke earlier, one of the themes that came up was values. So I know that quite often our customers will use values in recognition setup. So, you can give praise to somebody else that's aligned to one of the values. But I think, Richard, you mentioned some of the other ways that people are using values, across the whole of their kind of performance development process. Go ahead, tell us about it.
So as you said, I've got a number of clients where values are really, really important. So we've talked a lot on this podcast just now about the sort of what people are working on, particularly around objectives, and this really fits into the sort of how is everybody working, what is the culture and the values of the business. So as you mentioned there earlier, it's very easy for people to say, right, I want to send some recognition to this person. They've been showing really good collaboration or teamwork skills, for example. And we see quite widespread people having instant feedback and recognition linked to values, but there are lots of other ways that they can be embedded into the process as well. Probably the next most common would be questions within the review forms. So historically, it was very common for people to have skills or competency-based questions in reviews. I'm seeing more people shift towards values-based questions. So asking employees to do a sort of self-declaration of how they are performing or how they have demonstrated each one of the company values throughout the year. Some people have one question per value. Some of them will just have a single text box and ask for a general statement against the values. I've got a client that takes that probably a step further on their reviews, which is they have a start of year review where they kick off and choose the objectives and development goals they want to work on at the beginning of the year. They also ask each employee to pick 3 values that they want to really work towards, and what initiatives are they going to do that really demonstrates the values throughout the year. Another idea on objectives is, and I've got clients that do this for both objectives and personal development, is when they add the objective, they ask which value is going to be demonstrated through working on that objective. And it's not necessarily a single value. They have all of their values as a sort of multi-select option, and they can pick multiple values that will be demonstrated through the course of working on and hopefully achieving that objective. So it really is in every single part of their performance management process.
That's really not just written up on the walls on the poster in the office. This is really putting them to work, isn't it?
Yeah, and they have a nice little graphic with all of their values on and what each value means that's embedded all over the place, and it's really front and center.